guys, welcome back back to my YouTube channel. So as you guys can tell by the title, this is going to be I'm telling you about my experience, my PWI. Okay, as you guys may not know, I just graduated college. I've been moving around from college to college. Honestly, not moving like that, but I'm just gonna say moving around because it just makes it easier. But yeah, so I've experienced the HBCU life and I've also experienced the PWI life. Which life was better? The HBCU life was definitely better, but I was able to get more out of the PWI life, which is why I decided to go the PWI way. Being able to actually experience it both was actually like cool to me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed both schools. I enjoyed it. It was straight. Like, schools are straight, but I'm happy that I was able to actually experience the HBCU life, because if I didn't experience that life, I probably would have been left college, because the PWI that I had went to, it wasn't really all that. It was real chill and sort of like high school like, which I didn't like high school, so that tells you how I felt really about this school. But yeah, let's get right to this YouTube video. Enough rambling, let's go. Oh, and a disclaimer, I am not talking about I'm not saying no names of no schools or people in this video. If you get offended or feel offended, take it up with yourself, because I didn't say your name, nor did I describe what you look like or anything like that. Like, everything is pretty much broad. Everything is stuff that I personally experienced. So if you make me feel a certain type of way, then be mad with yourself that you did that, because I didn't do nothing to you. So that's all I gotta say. So y'all, let's get right to the YouTube video. Okay, so I didn't make a list of anything. This is honestly like so random. I just decided to do it because I knew I needed to make this video before it's too late. I came to this PWI because I wasn't able to run track at the previous school I was at, and so I ended up having my coach reach out to people, and he reached out to this coach, and I was able to go there, get a little bit of money, and yeah, so I had a little track little scholarship and I was running, so I was happy. When I first got on the team, so I'm gonna talk about the team, I'm gonna talk about the food, I'm gonna talk about the school, and I'm gonna talk about the teachers. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yeah, that's pretty much, oh, and the environment. So I'm gonna start off with the team because it's easy, and I just automatically, like, I just really want to just get it off my chest. So we going to talk about the team and the whole like track and everything I did. So when I first got to the school, I met, who did I meet? One of the girls came from my town, and so we had sort of met up prior to going to the school, because she found out, I think, how did she find out? Oh, I had went there because this dude, he went to my high school and he was going there for his master's, and so my coach, so that's probably how my coach knew, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I was going there with him, and then he was like, oh, it's somebody who's from our town, whatever, blah blah blah, you can work out with her, get back in shape. So during the summertime, so I was working out with her for a little bit, not very long. We barely did really anything. It was really, it really showed me, first of all, that should have been a sign right there that they must really not like put in no real work, because we was really like BSing for real. And I'm just like, dang, this is college? No way. And then I got there and I'm like, yeah, this really is how this college operates. I wasn't used to that at all, because at the other schools I had went to, like, I wasn't working out and stuff, no. Well, I was working on my own, but I wasn't working out with them, no. But I was around them, and so I would hear and see certain things, and it's like, okay, they really be like going hard for real. Anyway, so got to the school, majority of the girls hated me, majority of the track girls hated me. I don't know, they just didn't like me. Like, there was no reason behind it. They just didn't like me, and it was crazy to me because literally they did not know me. The person who knew me before going to school, she liked me or whatever. And so when I got there, she was pretty much cool with everybody, and it just shocked me. Like, how can you not like somebody? How can you hate from a Sonic Club? You can't do that. Like, how can you not like somebody and not know them? But that's really how it works. Like, people really don't be knowing you and just don't be liking you just because you love them some kind of way. Whatever. So yeah, majority of the girls didn't like me, and then I was also good, so that put more like people was really like then. And I was also a hard worker. A lot of them didn't really work hard, so it was just like, it was, hey, you're mad because I'm a hard worker, Look at me. And yeah. Anyway, so on to the next. So yeah, the girls hated me, and so that made me not like being there, because it was like, dang, this team freaking, not even the team, the girls hated me. The boys actually liked me. Like, the boys did not mind me. I was actually cool with some of the boys. I was cool with all of the boys, but I was actually cool with some of the boys. And yeah, like, that was that. And what ended up happening? I ended up getting into an altercation with one of the girls. And the girl who I got into the altercation with didn't even go to school no more, which, why was I into that? Who freaking knows? But yeah, and she used to run track too, so it was just like, dang, like, that's crazy. All the girls was pretty much like, it was real clicked up. A lot of girls didn't like each other. It was very, very messy. It was messy, and it gave high school. Absolutely gave high school. Would I recommend y'all to come to this school? If you want to. Am I telling y'all the name of the school that I went to? I am not. Am I telling y'all the name of the school that I'm talking about? I am not. But if you smart, you can put 2 and 2 together. Come on now. It's my PWI experience. My PWI college experience. But anyways, so yeah, the girls. Don't you love me? Gotta love me. But yeah, so it was a real beef or whatever. It was a mess when I got there. Supposedly it was worse before I got there, and then I got there and it was still beef and stuff, and it was just a mess. It was like, when it comes to like supporting the team and stuff like that, the team was unsupportive of one another. It was horrible. Like, first of all, I was new, and I'm the only one screaming at these track meets. Get out of here. Why am I the only one screaming at these track meets? And even when they would do good and stuff, it was just real shady. And it was toxic. It was very toxic. I would not have been able to stay at this school for 4 years. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I wouldn't have, because it was very toxic. And I only went there for like 2. And then my last year, it got a little bit better, because majority of the people who was like toxic was the upperclassmen, and I didn't notice that until they left. And it was like a drastic like difference. Like, it was people of course had beef, but it was like little beefs. I ended up having a beef, but it was like little and petty. It was very much pointless. It very much gave high school. But yeah, it was straight. Like, it was straight. We ended up coming together in the end, which was really cool. I was really happy about that. It was like, come on, like, we're all black. Majority of the team was black. And it was a few white people, but it was barely any. By this time, it was barely any white people. So it was just like, dang, can y'all just love one another? Like, god dang. But yeah, the ending was cool. The ending was pretty much straight. It was cool. Good memories. There, we had a coach, and the one who recruited me was not the one who stayed for the following year. Like, I came in the middle of the semester. So I came second semester. And so when I came that second semester, he literally stayed for that semester, and then he was gone. So then the next year I was there, we got a new coach, and then he left. And then the next year I was there, which was my last year, we got a new coach, and then he left. And so we just been going through coaches. So that also probably played a huge significant part on the whole track team dynamic and all that, because like, we just kept getting new coaches. People wanted to drop their times. It was hard because the coach don't know you for real, and the coach is trying to figure out what's your problem, you know what I mean? Too much. And then the one coach we did have that was great, the freaking AD ran him away. And so that was a mess, a hot freaking mess. And yeah, like, pretty much AD had ran him away, whatever. It was a mess. It was a mess. It was a freaking mess. Our whole athletic department was a mess as well. Because first of all, they did not support the track team for ish. They did not support us. Y'all, I can show y'all the amount of stuff that I got from this team. I got a jersey. I got compression shorts. And I got another pair of compression shorts because I took them myself. And then the new coach, my coach he came, I think he came like the middle of the year. Or did he stay for a year? I can't even remember. We've gone through so many freaking coaches. Anyways, the coach, one of the coaches, basically, he had came in and he was on a mission to like help this team. Like, he was really on a mission to help this team, help this program. So he came in, he ended up being able to get some money in order for us to get some sweatsuits. So we also got sweatsuits, and sweatsuits was cheap, but they were sweatsuits and they were cute, so everybody was cool. But then once we noticed that they was cheap is when we got a little in our feelings, because like, dang, you can only wash them but so many times before literally the thread starts like falling, like starts ripping, like it was a mess. And then people started getting real mad when that happened, and we didn't have but so many sweatsuits, and we was gonna have to return them at the end of the year. It was really a mess. But then once he left, the whole sweatsuits, everybody just kept them, and it was just it was unorganized. It was very much unorganized. But yeah, they did not support us. Like, didn't nobody come to our track meets to the last year, and it's like, it wasn't even last year, it was the last semester. They gonna all come to track meets when our coach leaves us. Like, y'all should have been coming to these track meets. Y'all support. And in basketball, y'all, basketball, they have so much stuff. So if you do want to come to the school, come for basketball or come for softball or come for anything but tennis. Cause I don't think tennis really got stuff. And track. Do not come for track, y'all. And I think another reason about the track team, first of all, let's put it out there. This is a PWI. The track team, majority of the track team is black. We're black. The part that's not black is mainly like cross country. Cross country is usually a mix of black and white, but majority of them had left. So then our team ended up basically being like all black people, and everybody that was above us, like top, like AD, the whole AD was white, bro. The whole AD was white. And the black, okay, so the basketball team, yes, the girls and boys are black. Yes, majority of people on them teams are black. Yes, but they also supposedly had sponsors or whatever, because we actually had, oh y'all, we actually had a freaking gymnasium or whatever, a basketball course. We actually had that stuff at the school. We didn't have a freaking track at my school. How do y'all not have a track? And then they told us, they literally told us they were gonna get a 200-meter track. Y'all already know 200 meters is not nothing, but it was something plus, because like, dang, at least we finally got something. They did not build it. They did not build it. So they've been BSing us this whole, like, these whole 2 years for, because they were supposed to build it pretty much when I came, around the time that I came. They just be BSing us, y'all, because fill in the blank. But anyway, so that was that. Like, we have a baseball field. That's what it's called, yeah. We have a baseball, that's what it's called. We have a baseball stadium and field or whatever. We had a softball field, stadium, whatever. How we? I think it's a softball field. Yeah, we have a softball field, baseball field. We have a tennis court, and the golf team have to go somewhere else. We have lacrosse, y'all. We have lacrosse field, soccer field, because they use the same field. Like, we have everything but a track, and then the golf, but whatever. But yeah, how y'all don't have a track? Like, how do y'all not at least have a track? And the thing is, we have space. First of all, we was also a private school. We are paying a whole rack of money to, first of all, be at this stupid little school. Paying all this money to be at this stupid little school. And what do we have? Nothing. And then that's another thing. But yeah, the track hall experience was freaking awful for me.
I hate it here.
That's the thing. Also, another thing is the coaches that would come in, they would see that our team was really not a team. And I feel like that also discouraged them to really want to help us and stuff like that. It also made it a little harder, because there was also people on our team who was being real rude and disrespectful to the coaches. Every coach we got. Then when we lost the real good coach, everyone was like, dang, we shouldn't have been being like that to him. Dang, I should have been being rude. Dang, I should have been giving him freaking hell. Dang. It's too late now. He gone. But it was a mess. I don't know. It was cool. A lot of people that was like stank and everything. Like, so when I say stank, I don't mean actually stinking. Like, rude and just rude and miserable. Also remember that the main people who be mean to you, y'all, they're miserable. Like, they're miserable, okay? They're miserable, and they're mad because you either got money, look good, or both of the motherfucking above. You hear me? But like I said, if y'all do want to come here for track, y'all really can. If y'all want to go there for track, y'all can. Supposedly we have a better coach now, and they're trying to be more like supportive with our team now. I think they're only doing that because either they feel like, first of all, the parents also started getting into their butts because they really was not supporting us. So I feel like that's really why they started supporting us. And I feel like they maybe think, I don't know, they didn't really put much into our program. Like, we didn't really have no money for real. We didn't really have no money for real. Or at least if we did have money, they acted like we didn't. Like, we really did have that money, they act like we didn't. And we just got book bags and everything. It was a mess. Like, how do y'all at least not provide us with some spikes or some sneakers? Like, y'all already know, when you're going to college for track, you're supposed to get a whole rack of merch. We didn't get that. And it's like, I would see if we was like D3 or something under. We was D2. What? We don't have merch. Huh? What? It was like high school. Like, it literally was like high school. It was literally like high school. The homecoming aspect was dookie. Like, our homecoming was not a homecoming. Like, it's very much dookie. It's very much high school worse than high school. The homecoming was come here. If you're coming here, come for the education for real, I guess. I don't know, the education was very much mid too. I don't know, I learned stuff here. It's just like any school. Like, if you want to learn, you're gonna learn. If you don't want to learn, you're not gonna learn. Like, I can remember some stuff and a lot of stuff I don't even remember, but that was at all the schools I went to, which is why I said and knew that school wasn't for me, but I still went, you know? Like, I don't know. Ooh, and they got a nursing program now. Like, they're actually trying to help the school. They're trying to do better. If they're doing better, I don't know. When I was there, it was not doing better. But yeah, move on to the next. The food is just like high school, y'all. The food is basic food. Like, it's gonna have its good days, it's gonna have its bad days. When you first get there, the food's gonna be delicious. Do not believe the hype. The food is just delicious because you just got there, okay? But also, we were under something. Well, they're gonna be under something else when whoever decides to go to school. I think the people that we were under left. It began with an S. I'm not gonna really say the name, but if you're there and the name of the food people is still like S, then they still there. But they're supposed to been leaving. I don't know if they left or not. I don't know. But yeah, the food was very much mid, and it was a lot of days where the food was horrible. And it was like they would really barely give us anything to eat. Like, we would have leftover food. Like, they would be feeding us leftover food. And then sometimes they'll feed us burnt chicken. Like, how dare you put that in front of us and try to serve us burnt barbecue chicken? It was the audacity for me. And it's like, we was paying for all of this. Like, this was coming out of our pockets, because this is literally a private school.
This is not public. We don't get money from the freaking government.
Ugh. Anyways, yeah, the food was very very awful. It was awful. It wasn't like OC though. It wasn't like OC awful, but it was awful. And then as the year ended, like, they got better, because we ended up getting a culinary program where basically, like, I was a part of it, and we would talk about the food and talk about things that we need and this and that. And I feel like that helped it. How much did it help it? I don't know, but I feel like that it did like help it, because the food did start getting better, and we have more variety and more food and delicious food, not just BS, like, honestly. But yeah, the food aspect was straight. The cafeteria was pretty much small, but it was cool because the school is small. Like, everything's just small. Is that it? That's it with the food. The food wasn't really much. The lunch ladies were pretty nice to me. I'm not gonna cap. Everybody's pretty much nice to me. Yeah, everybody's pretty much nice. Try to, whenever y'all go to school or whatever, any school, high school, middle school, whatever, college, all them schools, speak to the cafeteria people. Like, say hello, can I get this please, thank you. Say that, because then they will actually like give you good stuff, give you what you want, actually be nice to you and look out for you, like, for real. Anyways, on to the next. Now, I could tell it was like a drastic difference between HBCU education and PWI education. Like, I didn't know that we, like, Black people, we did so much in this world. Like, I learned so much Black history at my HBCU. And then when I went to my PWI, to me it was like whitewashed, because we didn't learn nothing about Black people. The stuff that we did learn about Black people, what was it? It was some sad stuff. What the heck was it? It was something. I was so pissed. Cause we had an African American rhetoric class, and so we were supposed to be like learning about African Americans, whatever. And I was wearing, guess who I was wearing by? Yes, you guessed right. Not us, which was beyond me. Like, everything was just so beyond me. It was ran by this lady. It was ran by this white lady who basically, like, she felt like she knows us and our struggles, and so she ran it. She wasn't bad or nothing. It's just, you're not gonna understand and see how we feel and where we come from unless you come from where we come from. To keep it a buck, like, let's just keep it a buck. Our struggles is not your struggles, so you will never be able to understand our struggles. Like, I appreciated the effort, but I feel like maybe if she ran like an organization or something, cool. I feel like she should not have ran that class. I feel like she should not have ran that class. That was not fair to us, because like the stuff that we learned was cool, yeah, but it was like, we had learned about, what was it? It was something. I just was like, ew, that's not true. And it's like, how do I get a C in that class? Get out of here. a C. And she also was a hard grader, bro. And it was just like, how dare you give me a C in my class? But she did. And I think it was like a high C. Like, she could have gave me a B, but she wanted to give me a C for being petty. Oh, then we learned about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was cool and all. Yeah, we was forced to like do this little ceremony thing and present and talk and stuff like that. That was a good effort. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa. It was the effort for me. It was definitely the effort. And then the amount of people that came to the event wasn't many at all. And it just shows how they feel about us. Because at that school, like Kwanzaa, I feel like Kwanzaa period is like known to be like a black thing. And yeah, barely anybody. It was very interesting. It was very, very, very much interesting, if I do say so myself. But everybody be at parties and stuff like that. It'd be packed. But anyways, 16 keeps talking. Yeah. The students aspect was straight. I didn't really feel racism, honestly. Like, no, I did. Okay, I felt it, but it wasn't bad. Like, it's levels to that stuff, y'all know. And I had it about here, and other people probably had it like up there somewhere. Like, I had this one teacher who obviously had to have been racist, but I don't know if she actually is racist, but I feel like she had to have been a little bit racist. And she was, I was struggling with her. And then I had this other teacher who was the sweetest can be, but he got me mixed up with somebody else. Mind y'all, I'm black. Like, I'm black. And he got me mixed up with this other black girl, but she was like from, where was she from? She was like from Liberia, I think. And we look completely different. Like, we look completely different. First of all, I'm light skinned. She was like brown skin, dark skin. She was tall. I'm not that tall. We was both small, yeah. She mainly wore like wigs and stuff, and majority of the times I wear my natural hair, or I'm wearing like fake hair, like locks or braids. I was really wearing braids. But yeah, and it's like, how did you get us mixed up? It's because we're both black. Let's be. And it just was sad. It hurt my feelings low key. He apologized though, but it was just like, did he even apologize? I feel like he was like, oh, well, she wears the same thing. Oh my gosh. I feel like something like that, and it's just like, quit the cap. Quit the cap. You're capping. We all look alike to you, obviously, because how dare, like, how do you even get us mixed up? And then y'all already know I have a whole breakdown going for it. How do you get me mixed up with anybody? Be for real. That was a mess. That really hurt my feelings though, because it was like, dang. Like, I'm in your class every day. I sit in the very front. That's another thing. Like, in all my classes, y'all, I was sitting in the front. I was not sitting in the back. I was not, because I already feel like it was sort of more pressure on me that I put on myself, but I didn't really put that much pressure on myself. Like, I had basic things that I would do. Like, I would sit in the front, of course, because I just felt like they expected the black people to sit in the back, which was true, because some of my classes, the black people sit in the back. The very back at that. And like, yeah, so I tried to really avoid that stereotype. And then what else did I do? I always dress nice. I try not to go out in my bonnet. Like, I try not to go to class in my bonnet. What else did I do? I don't know. I spoke up. I tried to actually speak in class as well. Majority of the time I'll be speaking in class. And was that it? I think that was it. I tried to go out of my way to like have intellectual conversations with people. And yeah, so the students, it was some students on the campus that everybody knew was to be racist, and the school did nothing about it. The school didn't do a thing about it, because like, when it comes to getting proof, I feel like you have to actually have video evidence to show them and tell them that these people are racist. Y'all, this school is ran by nothing but white people. Like, it's not ran by one black person. Like, it's not. So really, and then it was in the South, like, and then it was in the South, like, Like, it was cotton fields in the area that I was in. Like, y'all, it was something else. It was definitely an experience. Definitely a culture shock. What else can I say? It was interesting. I can say that. To say the least, it was interesting. Okay. So yeah, the students was very interested, and a lot of times I would really get looks. I would get a lot of looks. They wouldn't be like, but they would be looking like, you know, like, stop looking at me. I know I'm a superstar. But yeah, cause I would go to class dressed down, like looking cute, like, cause that's just how I am as a person. Like, I know it's just school or class or whatever, but you gotta think about it. Majority of the times, Monday through Friday, you're in class. Saturday and Sunday you shouldn't really be out. You should be getting ready for school on Monday. So Saturday is really your only time to dress down. Why only dress down on a Saturday? Like, what? Like, what? No, that's boring. And you probably don't even go out on Saturday because you want to go to parties, but really, sometimes you may not want to go to parties. So it's like, dang, the one time I get to dress down, I can't even dress down because I ain't got nowhere to go to dress down to go to. You know what I mean? So I would dress down in class. I would be cute. Next. But yeah, the students was very interesting. They would look a lot. And again, some of them was obviously racist, like I said. And some of them would be looking, and it would be like in a tree look. The others would be looking like disgusted type of look. Like, it was very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna talk about the party life because that's what just came on my mind. The party life was straight. Not a lot of people threw parties, and when they threw parties, they really started throwing parties the second year I was, okay, so like the first year I was there, they started throwing parties. Was it the first year? No, because he didn't graduate yet. Yeah. We're just gonna say first year. Who cares if it's wrong? So yeah, I think like the first year I was there, they actually started throwing parties, and it was like these 3 boys throwing parties. One of them was my boyfriend. They was throwing parties together. Was it 3? Yeah, it was 3 of them. And those parties was really good. They did good with them parties. But before them, like the basketball team would try to throw parties, which like I said is black, and like they would try, but they wouldn't really succeed. Boys, but that was when the girls were throwing them. Like sometimes they would, but sometimes they wouldn't. It was hard with, like, it was really hard. Y'all, it was very hard with these parties. When it came to black people parties, like it was real hard. But the white people, y'all, the white people knew how to throw them parties, and the white people threw them parties. Like the white people threw them parties. And you would see like a little bit of black people there, and sometimes you had to actually be like invited to go to some of the parties. Y'all, sometimes you just gotta make it fun. Like, get drunk and have fun. Dance, y'all, dance. Don't just stand on the wall, because those parties do not be them parties we need to stand on the wall. Like, they really don't. And they ended up becoming those parties, and it was like, y'all are here at the party. Why are y'all on the wall? Like, yeah, majority of the baseball team was white, and majority of them was pretty much, yeah. And so like they had to do a party one time, and it was kicking. They literally was like, we was kicking the black people out. Like they had to say something about black people, and I was there, and I was like, I didn't hear it. Somebody told me, because when I be going to parties, y'all, I lit. But they had said something. It was like, y'all so racist and do not care. Like, do not care. Don't have an ounce of care in the world. Like, do not care. They was real. Yeah. Pretty sad. But yeah, so that's it with the students. Students was but like I said, it wasn't bad. Like, I was like, if I was there for 4 years, I wouldn't have felt some way towards the students. Like, it was like that, y'all. Like, it was like sometimes, but you mainly felt it at parties. I ain't okay. You mainly felt that at parties. Like, felt some type of way. Like, these people are looking at me like they think they better. Like, they looking at me like I'm black and they're white. Like, you felt that at the parties sometimes. And the more sober you were, the more you felt it. When you was up there drunk and where everybody was cool, but when you was sober, even when you was drunk sometimes, y'all, oh yeah, the teachers was trying to teach. Y'all, like, I honestly didn't really care for my teachers. Like, I really didn't really care for them, because I didn't feel like they really cared for me. Like, I didn't. I felt like when I got into, so I was doing this thing for my internship. My internship I actually enjoyed. My internship I felt like I belonged. Like, it was very nice. I was with white people doing my internship, and it was nice. Like, they treated me like nice. Like, I actually felt like comfortable, and it was very nice. My internship was very nice, and it was at the school. So yeah, I don't know. I actually looked at people, like, I looked at people differently, like, going to the school, because, you know, we're all learning this type of history, like, these certain groups are worse or bad and these other groups are good. Like, coming to the school, y'all, I was partying with everybody, and a lot of people was very nice to me. Like, I even had some friends that are not black. Like, it was cool. All the people who lived in the area, it was like a nice amount of black people, but it was a lot of white people. And at the grocery stores, they'll be looking. Sometimes they would mug. But yeah, the grocery store though, I would go like with bond and so on, and sometimes I would look nice. Like, if I already was looking nice for the beginning of the day, then I would go there looking nice. But if I wasn't looking nice at the beginning of the day, y'all, I was going in whatever the heck I was wearing, which was probably a bonnet or a scarf or something. I was just going, just not caring. Like, I didn't really feel uncomfortable at the grocery store, but also I scanned my own items. Like, I did everything on my own, you know? So I didn't really have to really talk to them people. So yeah, no, but I did go to certain restaurants and they was racist, y'all. Ugh. Certain restaurants was racist, and it was like this boutique on our strip that was racist. Y'all, the area wasn't racist, OC, but it was, some of them people was definitely racist, and you can definitely feel and you can definitely see it, like, them people was racist. Like, but like I said, we was in the deep south. Like, you literally, it's what you expect it to be like, but better, because it's not that bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But also, I don't know, they could treat people who look like me a little bit better than people who look another type of way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but like I said, I didn't really face too much racism for real. Like, it was very, 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 very little. Like, it was little. Like, it didn't make me not want to be there. That's how it was. Like I literally wanted to leave because of the track team. I didn't want to leave because of the area I lived in or the people going to the school or any of that. It was because of the track team. You get what I'm saying? Keeping it a buck. That was why. But I forgot to tell y'all, you have to have a car. You have to have a mother freaking car to be there. And then if you want food and stuff, so you gotta have some extra money, because some days you're gonna go to bed hungry unless you have some money to get some food from around there. And there's not even that many food places over there. So really, people will be going for my school to really out Florence, because Florence is really where the food was. Like, the Florence was where you go to eat good and to party. But some people ain't had the money, so we be partying on campus. You wanna hear me? But yeah, like, well, off campus. But yeah, so have some money. If you come from where I come from, which I'm used to being around black people, y'all. I'm used to being around black people. The area that I live in is predominantly black. So go down there literally was like a culture shock. But it wasn't a bad culture shock though. Like, I sort of enjoyed it there. Like, I would probably go back to one of their little what's it called, alumni events, stuff like that. I probably would, possibly one or two, not too many, but I probably would, just because it's my alma mater. Like, let's keep it up, like, it's my alma mater. But yeah, it was cool. The whole experience was cool. I just wish the main reason why I went there was because of track, like I said. Is I just wish that aspect would have been like so much better. The school was very interesting. The school needed a lot of work. We paid so much money. The money is not worth going to the school. The pay, I think you had to pay like $45,000. It was either $45,000. It was $45,000. It was $45,000 to go to the school. I didn't pay that because my scholarships covered almost everything. I had to pay some out of pocket, but I left not having much to owe. So yeah, but $45,000 to go to the school was definitely not worth it at all. And then we had to also pay for our iPads, which I didn't know you had to pay for, and it was included or whatever. It was some mess, y'all. They were charging us like $100 or $200-300 every freaking semester. Like, what? For this cheap little iPad? Get out of here. And then it's like, when we were asked, I had to ask them. I kept having to ask them, like, oh, why am I paying more money this year? Like, what is going on? It was always be these lies that they just be lying and lying and lying. Like, get your parents involved at this school, y'all, because if you don't, you're gonna be SOL. You gonna be very much SOL. Like, get your parents involved, because when they see adults involved, like adults, because they don't look at us like adults, y'all, they don't. So when they see adults getting involved, they'll really try to be on it, because they know, like, these adults know that that's wrong, or these adults know that they BSing us for real. Like, for real, they was BSing us, y'all. They got a lot of money out of me. But yeah, I think that's it. The track team ended up getting good. Like, they ended up liking one another. We ended up all liking one another. It was cool. Like, the whole experience, if I was to rate my experience 1 out of 10, I would give it a solid 5. A solid 5, because it was definitely very much mid. And yeah, I would give it a 5. Would I change my decision to even go to that school? I would never change my decision to go to that school, because I was supposed to have been in that school for a reason. God wanted me to be there for a reason, and I did my stuff there, and I was able to get my degree there. And so everything happens for a reason. I believe like that I was supposed to have been there. I was supposed to have been there. That's what I believe. And now, y'all, for the epic reveal, I'm a teacher. Yeah, I went to that school to be a PE teacher. They didn't have it. Guess what I am now? A PE teacher. You hear me? But yeah, so just want to let y'all know I'm a PE teacher now, for the people who actually want to know what I'm doing now with my life. I'm currently working still at CVS, because the school year hasn't started. But once it's and I'm working at CVS, and I'm in a pharmacy now. And you know, I'm doing all that training for the pharmacy, so I'm pretty much in that. And then afterwards, I'm going to be a little teacher at a high school, y'all. I'm just stepping up. That's why I'm saying, like, everything happens for a reason, and I'm supposed to went through what I went through, because now I'm here. And if I wouldn't have went through that, I probably wouldn't even be here right now. You know what I mean? And I still plan on going to the military. I plan on doing reverse. I plan on reserves now, but we're gonna see how that go. But that's really like the plan, to go to reserves and get my my certification for the pharmacy certification or whatever from CVS. So we're gonna try to get that, so I can then move on to like hospital, stuff like that, and be a teacher, y'all. I'm trying to do like, I'm trying to do everything. Like, I'm trying to really like figure out what I want to do, and I'm trying to actually like be able to afford the life that I want to live in my mind, you know. But yeah, so that's the big news. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please drop them down below, because I do answer questions. I really do like answer questions. I do answer questions. Then I could also make a whole other video if it's a lot of questions, to actually break down the questions. But yeah, if y'all like this video, leave a like, comment, share, and motherfreaking subscribe to my channel, y'all. I love you guys all so much. Thank you for tuning in. I love y'all. See y'all in my next video. Peace out. Wait, like I said, this is a non-disclaimer. If I didn't say the school, and if I didn't say your name, I was not talking about you. You hear me? Or was I? If the shoe fits, wear it, and the shoes know, the feet know where to. Peace, y'all.